Hey everyone, it's SaberCat, and today we're going to do Draw My Life. And we're going to do it on, Elisa's going to draw half of the board, so she'll be drawing Draw My Life too. Just on separate pieces. We're going to be on different sides. Give me a marker. We're going to be on different sides drawing Draw My Life. So, on the corner, let's draw My Life. Alright. So, there is also a challenge in this whole video. So, the challenge is you can't fast forward the drawing. So, whatever I draw, I have to picture it out. And my drawings might be a stick figure. And so, we're just going to draw my life. First, I'm going to draw my life. And I keep on doing the art. Draw my life. My mom was Spanish and my dad was regular American. They met up in a library. So, I was a miracle, so I was last kid. And when they found out I was the last kid, they said it was a miracle, so I just went on with that life period. So, I'm back. She's going to be drawing in blue, and I'm going to be drawing black. So, continuing. So, when they bring me home, the doctors, before I left, needed to take a shot. My mom said, yeah. So, it was since I was a baby, of course. And so, I actually had to be in blue, white. That was Brandon. No, it was me. No, it's Brandon. They said it was Brandon. No, it wasn't. Yes, it was. Daddy. Daddy. Oh yeah, it was you. Never mind. Because she had sort of yellow eyes. So we're going to switch up on our stuff. So I was a baby. They took the wrong, shot. And they said, can they retake it? So my dad said no. So when I had a blue light, and after that, she's watching her favorite show. Well, it's not a favorite. And yes, we're still doing the challenge. I know it's so difficult to do this without a fast drawing, but you're just gonna have to bear with me. I don't know how to edit yet, so I know how, so I'll show you. So I also so moving on, since I was 1, I have to go back time. So when I was 1 year old.
Where are we going?
I think I knew how to kind of walk. And you can see it. And there's little me. And back to my story. So my dad said no about the other needle. So when I was 1, moving on, I knew how to talk. That was my #1 priority to do, is to talk. So I don't know what I was doing in 2, 3, 4, or 5. So when I was 5, when I was also 5, I used to hang around with my other brother in New York called Deadwood. When I was 5, I was not at school yet because I was late. When I was 5, I started to do my kindergarten. Yay! Kids school. Of course, I was sad. and I moved on to first grade, while she moved on to second. When I was a first grader, I always had A's and B's. Awkward, kind of, because no, you had O's and S's. Oh, yeah, of course, O's. We both had O's and S's. I mostly had O's because O's are outstanding. She had O's and S's, of course. And then when I was in kindergarten, I was also a head, kind of. So back to when I was first grade. I was the main student, always called on, and always O's. She was advanced. I was advanced. I didn't know it at the time. I did not know the name. So moving on to second grade. I had this worst teacher ever. She was called Miss Torres. I had Miss but I had Miss Ingle. Go back to ages. She was spits in our faces. This was disgusting. I was calling Miss Ingalls because. So I was 8 at the time, and I didn't know what my job I ever was going to do. So number one, I picked basketball. So I went out for basketball camp, but this girl, she told me that I couldn't do it. So I bailed out and cried all night. And my first thing of soccer was soccer because that's my thing. When I finally reached up all the way into third grade, I had this great teacher named Mr. Bell, but he teaches everybody differently. So I was at basketball. I was told that I couldn't do it, so I cried all night. And that's when I quit my basketball priority. And when I was in third grade, I used to be mad because my teacher had favorites. And what else? My Mr. Bell also. He also. So, starting with fourth grade last year, I am 9 through 10, and I had this teacher, Miss Herbert. Just a reminder of Trevor, but Miss Herbert. She was the best teacher I ever hung out with until we had to ship out. On the mini U-Haul in the winter. It was freezing cold, and I did not want to move out. And during the winter, it just was a dodo for me. And also, when I was third grader, I always get B's and F's. So moving on to my fifth grade, I had my orientation about 2 days ago. Luckily, I got my nice scores, and it was great. I passed. And at the time, I was making friends from last year. I saw all my friends at the orientation, and this girl just looked at me like she never seen me before, but she was in all my classes. And she just hates me. Putting on to the fifth grade. So I have this wonderful teacher. She jokes a lot, and it's my math teacher. I love math because you get to add stuff, and it's quite easy. Now, when I was a fifth grader at my old school, we also had a ship out. And, of course, I didn't stay at the same school. Miss H and Miss H. So, Miss H versus Miss H. Kind of. So, the second is Miss and I forget her name, but she was awful. I'm recording right now. This is my life. She was awful. And at the time in fourth grade, I knew I'm about to back up for this side. At the fourth grade, I knew I could be an actor, but I didn't want to make it professional. So I got on YouTube but I did not know how to make videos. So I went on tutorial. And then when I was going to go to this other school, I was still a 5th grader at that moment, but in February. But I also, I actually had nice people there. Miss H, it's actually great. She was awesome. Now, later on. And now, like I said, I am making videos for you guys. I'm making videos for you guys and doing everything I can just to get you guys as my subscribers and to love you guys as my fans. Later on, and I'm preparing for 5th grade. And thank you for seeing my No, I was in 5th grade. They got really more serious. And see you next time on Sabercat's channel. My sister is going to do the rest of her channel stuff. And she was more serious. They were more serious. But they were still nice. Then, when I accidentally wasn't paying attention in my book, I was dazing off, thinking about what I'm going to do. Then, my teacher gave me the big old detention. I had no recess, no anything. Of course, I was grounded for 6 days. But I still was kind of worried what my parents would say. They were very mad at me. They are pumped up about seeing what he can do. But it was only 6 days, so it was cool, kind of. But thank you. This was my straw, my life. Thank you for seeing this video, and this is 099, and hopefully you guys have a nice weekend. Happy back to school. I know it's not happy, but inside your own 15-yard line.